It is not every day that we take a walk along the water and that while doing it, something strange happens near your own backyard. Even so, this happened to a man who was just taking a walk, is a police officer in Argentina, and has seen a lot in his career, but what he came across that day was a very strange object. He couldn't believe his eyes. But before we start our story, smash the like button, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you won't miss any new story. So one day, Jose was walking his dog until he saw something remarkable. As he got closer, he became more and more curious and discovered something special. Jose Antonio Nievas. In agriculture, digging is often done in new parts of the country in order to better record different locations. However, it is not often that farmers come across special items. Often it is just a matter of digging up the earth in search of fertile soil, but what these farmers experienced on the edge of the pasture was very strange. It all started in Argentina, where Gubovi woke up one day and decided to go for a walk, and what he encountered made him freeze in shock. Jemes. It was Christmas morning when the policeman was walking around his area. He decided to walk around in a meadow because there he could really enjoy nature. Whilst whistling to himself and enjoying a walk along a stream, he saw something very unusual lying on the side of the road. At first, he didn't even notice, but after a few seconds, the strange object caught his eye. It should soon turn out that it was a good thing that he had stumbled upon the object, because it was the discovery of the century. Jose's dog also helped spot the foreign body. It is important not to ignore animal behavior, but to take it seriously. Animals, and thus dogs too, have the gift of absorbing things that humans do not see or smell at first. The dog's nose is 20 times better olfactory than that of a human. It is not for nothing that dogs can be used for various purposes. So the dog started barking and could not be pulled away from the object. That was proof that this couldn't be just a stone. When saw the strange object, he did not hesitate a moment and immediately called the police. The officers came and first joked what it might be. When it was decided that someone should take a closer look, a discussion arose as to which of the police officers should do so. Jose decided to approach the strange object himself. He dug the round object further and found that it had the shape of an egg. After digging up a large part of the egg, he called the police and they were shocked too. Jose's colleagues decided to approach the object as well, and they did so slowly. After getting closer and also taking note of the dog's reaction, they decided to call in an expert. 2 local professional archaeologists were called and now examined the object with the help of the police. The giant egg could not be moved by a human, so heavier artillery was required to maintain it. The only way to study the egg further was to take it to a laboratory. The object had to be brought to the laboratory. The transport of the gigantic object was not without problems. Jose had done a lot of work with the cops, but that was only a small part of the big picture. It was extremely important not to damage the egg. When the archaeologists dug, they noticed that the outside was made of very hard material. As they started digging, it became increasingly clear to them that they needed to act quickly as time was pressing. Once at the laboratory, the object was placed on a large table and divided into 2 parts for a thorough examination. The researchers used microscopes and other technological objects to solve the puzzle surrounding the giant egg. They discovered that it was a huge fossil of a turtle. They were ecstatic and happy that Jose had discovered the fossil. After several weeks of research, they were able to determine that the large giant egg came from a Glyptodon dot. Unfortunately, these animals are extinct and descended from the armadillos. They lived on Earth at the same time as the dinosaurs. The scientists were completely excited, but what was even more surprising was that the object found in Argentina corresponded to a find in Michigan. The strange object was a large egg with a large shiny shell. It was a gigantic object compared to the eggs of other animals. Not only were the police called, but a number of archaeologists as well, because they thought it might be an egg from ancient time. After the archaeologists did further research, it turned out that it really was. They found that it came from a Glyptodon discovery, helped scientists around the world.